If you're looking to sell or buy cheap CSGO skins, check out bitskins.com. Today we're breaking down a round between Big and FaZe on Inferno. Big have 3 players take control of Banana whilst the other 2 are apartments. This results in a spicy Molotov battle in an attempt to push FaZe back onto the B bomb site. Big aren't afraid to use a lot of utility here, as long as it guarantees they can keep everyone alive and still have their smokes available. Once Banana control is obtained, TABSEN throws a smoke for Arch and flashes up middle whilst walking back to Banana. This is a fake presence at top middle, and with FaZe sitting so far back on A site, they have no information as to what Big are up to. At the same time, B throws a smoke towards CT on B. This makes it very hard for FaZe to read what Big are actually doing, but it also sets up their strategy with ALLU rotating around towards coils, leaving CT open for the Ruins wrap. The CT smoke can also be used to bait out utility, but unfortunately FaZe didn't throw anything. By this point, Big have all 5 members at Banana ready to execute. They place 2 smokes to cover the front of site with a deep CT smoke. This gives them a perfect route towards Ruins to wrap the site from 2 angles. Unfortunately, next dies to NIKO, who quickly realised the setup and positioned himself on top of Fountain. The trade frag is still made by TABSEN, jumping up onto the first oranges, leaving ALLU trapped at dark spot. ALLU eventually gets taken down without doing much in the round. The rotation from KARRIGAN was easily shut down by B thanks to the deep CT smoke. With that, the site is clear and the bomb is planted, leaving FaZe clan sleeping with the fishes. I think originally the plan was to have more players from Big wrap Ruins, but the Molotov that was thrown in their way separated the push. With next dying to NIKO and TABSEN grabbing the trade, they decided to swarm the site through their own smokes to overwhelm ALLU. Had it gone to plan though, LEGIJA's Molotov for new box would have been more effective. As players from Big push the site from Ruins, their best form of cover is Molotoved out, and they have clear aim duels towards first and second oranges. This leaves only dark spot that is unchecked, making it ridiculously easy to clear the site in a timely manner. Next is one of the 3 Big members that clear out Banana. He uses all of his utility apart from his smoke. Once they have Banana, it's just a case of waiting for the execute to begin. He throws the smoke that lands towards site as part of the wall and runs through with the flash. He would have been the first one through towards Ruins, but unfortunately gets picked off by NIKO on top of the Fountain. TABSEN clears apartments at the start of the round. His Molotov goes into boiler before he jumps through the window. Once the apartments are clear, he throws the arch smoke at around 1 minute and 10 seconds. It's important to note he makes no noise going down middle as to not make it obvious what's happening. He also throws his flash to try and sell the fake even further. He groups up with everyone in time for the execute, but as he gets flashed through the smoke, ALLU's Molotov is already fully spread. So instead he jumps on first oranges to grab the kill on NIKO. TABSEN also manages to spot ALLU at dark spot, but instead of continuing to challenge from the same angle, he drops back and lets his teammate grab the kill. With that, the site is secure and he holds Banana from coils. We'll try and ignore the fact that he's using the jump glitch here and move on to the next player. B helps towards Banana. From his perspective, it's clear how much utility Big used to gain control. The Molotov that he throws lands towards the corner and lets them safely clear up towards sandbags. At 1 minute 10, he throws a smoke for CT, which, as I said before, is used to make ALLU rotate towards coils, opening up a path for the Ruins wrap. As well as trying to bait out utility, it makes it hard for FaZe to read what the plan is when used in conjunction with the smoke at Arch. Throws his last flash off the wall and runs in with LEGIJA's flash popping deep. Even when next goes down, he still secures Ruins and could hear KARRIGAN rotate through CT for an easy kill. KEEV throws a Molotov towards top Banana. Even though FaZe smoke deep, he can still use his lineup by jumping, meaning they don't have to waste any time in gaining Banana control. You can see every so often KEEV checks back towards mid in case anyone is pushing. For the execute, KEEV throws the deep CT smoke. He's one of the players that gets stuck behind the Molotov. Instead of just waiting, he takes a bit of damage and jumps through the smoke near coils to rush ALLU as quickly as possible. LEGIJA throws down some spam towards apps to help TABSEN clear it. The spam he does to the right window hits anyone pushing aggressively and can give TABSEN an audio cue to tell if anyone's there. After that, LEGIJA holds middle passively and then rotates to banana through Vietnam. He sets up for the other part of the wall of smoke towards site. Notice how he is the furthest away from his teammates as he is doing one of the flashes to help everyone push in. If we pause it here, you'll notice he still has one flash remaining. In my opinion, he could have used this over the roof to stop NIKO killing next, but I'll explain it in more detail when we look at NIKO's POV. After the first flash, he goes straight to set up the Molotov for New Box. This wasn't so effective this round as no one ends up wrapping ruins, but it's an essential part of the strategy when things go to plan. LEGIJA ends up jumping through the site smoke to pick up the kill onto ALLU in dark spot. NIKO plays with KARRIGAN on banana. You can see that they wanted to take control of it with KARRIGAN using his smoke deep and both Molotovs being deployed. The Molotov at car doesn't allow them to get aggressive behind their own Molotovs, and when NIKO gets blinded they decide to fall back. It's quite interesting that NIKO decides not to use his smoke when the CT smoke comes in. He holds onto both his flash and smoke, perhaps hoping to throw them when the time gets really low. As the execute comes in, he spots that it's a wall of smoke and instantly moves onto the fountain to get a better view. This bags him the kill onto next, but he couldn't reset his aim onto TABSEN whilst falling off the fountain. It's when he's on the fountain that I want to talk about. In my opinion, LEGIJA could have used his final flash over the roof to blind sight and cover the push towards ruins. You can see NIKO was even expecting a flash when he got up there, but instead he got a free kill. A simple flash like this where it lands on the roof, blinding people on sight but not your team, would be perfect. ALLU plays mid at the start of the round, but he rotates over after all of the Molotovs are used at banana. You can see that the smoke for CT pushes him off the aggressive angle and forces him to move towards coils. ALLU ends up missing a bunch of shots here and goes down to LEGIJA. KARRIGAN plays at banana, and as we know, he uses a lot of utility trying to push big back. He switches up with ALLU and becomes the rotator between sites. As he walks back towards Arch, he sees the smoke from TABSEN and hears the flash towards middle. If we pause it here and look back at previous rounds, you'll see that every time Big smoked Arch, they ended up executing on it and using it for a push. With this information in mind, it's reasonable for KARRIGAN to be more concerned about A than worrying about the CT smoke at B. By the time he rotates, the main execute at B is already happening and he arrives just as NIKO goes down. He could have waited for the rotation of Rain and Kyo for the retake, but he took a gamble through the smoke and it didn't pay off. For more detailed strategy breakdowns, make sure you do subscribe, leave me some feedback in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.